Oh, quick. Yo, what's going on? Cheese. Just in case, y'all are gonna catch this on the rerun. Let me show you the official. Got my nice hoodie in. Now, I've had this hoodie for a while. Pretty much after the championship was won, but I'm wearing it today. You know what I'm saying? I've been wearing it anyway. Y'all just catching it though. Welcome to another edition of Trucker with Loshawnparks, where y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I truly do appreciate that. So what up, guys? I'm waiting for all y'all to come stampeding in. Give them a few minutes. Even though I set this to go live at this time, I think that people would have already been in here. Loden made another one. That's right, Brandon Hicks. What's going on? D-Raj, what's up there, young boy? I see you in the building. But yeah, y'all see me legend status, okay? Go Tigers, LSU all day. I know it is. Fresh cut, yes. I'm glad that y'all noticed it. Fresh cut, braids on cue. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for noticing that. Appreciate it. Raleigh, North Carolina, checking in. Fade and beard on clean. I appreciate that. Salute. Mrs. Davis in the building. What's going on in that? I see you in here. Damn, my man's already got 6 dislikes. Hate is real. The hate is real. But like I told y'all, the dislikes are just a affiliation to those that don't like me. So it's cool. That just goes to show you who don't like me. It's cool. I ain't even started the video off yet, and they dislike. So haters, hate on. Okay, we need them. They on their job though. Okay, they on their job, so we ain't gonna hate them for doing what they do best. They working. They definitely working. So we appreciate them for coming in before the video even started and disliking. Okay, and if you're a hater as well, just go ahead and hit the dislike button too. Okay, make my day. And, I keep emphasizing that the more dislikes that I get, the harder that I go at what I do. So I need that fuel to drive me. You know what I'm saying? So they doing their job, and I need them for sure. Okay, and you should also look at your haters the same way. People that don't like you, use them as fuel to your fire. Okay, prove them wrong. Even though, right, like they think like you have something to prove to them, you have nothing to prove to them. But hey, let y'all feel me. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Truck and Trend? I'm hollering at you guys here real quick, shouting y'all out. We're gonna give it a few more minutes. Let this get up to a little, amount of people, because I'm not going to repeat myself today. So if you missed what I was talking about, you're gonna have to wait until the video renders and go back and watch the replay, because I'm not gonna repeat it. What's going on, Chad? I see you in here. Let me see. Grind Guy, what's up, Low? What's going on, James Cook? Would you get a Tesla semi? Hell yeah, I would. Y'all want me to talk about that? I could touch on that too. About yeah, hell yeah. I'm for automated trucks. I'll tell y'all why I'm for it, but it's actually a business move. It has nothing to do personally with he's Lowe's against the drivers. And nah, it's a business move. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. Actually, they must like if they always hear. Yeah, Roz Ham, I agree. Let them watch, man. Because on low key, they really do like Low. They just lying to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Sean 203, what's going on? I see you in the Bill Zone. Craig in here. What's going on, Craig? What's up, Low? What's going on, Christian? And Doug Vision says, yo, Low, what's good? Why hate SMH? Take the knowledge and run with it. You would think that a lot of people would do that. Listen, let me tell you why most people don't like LaShawn, okay? Or don't like my channel. One is because I'm not conventional, right? I don't do what the average person does. I don't do what the normal people do, okay? And when you don't confine to doing what they want you to do or being average like them, then you're against them, right? And whenever you're against somebody else, or you're doing something that they wouldn't technically do or normally wouldn't do or wouldn't advise you do, then they don't like what you do. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Simple. So I understand that. They don't understand that, and this is where they're going to always continue to dislike what I do, and I'm cool with it because I'm successful in what I do, and I'm happy in what I do. Uh, so my advice to them is to find their happy spot in life, get there, and stay there. Okay, instead of being so damn miserable all the damn time, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, where should we start at today on this video? Because as it indicated in the title, I am going to address a few things. And I have quite a few things to address, right? Now, some people probably are going to tune in and watch this video thinking that, oh, LaShawn's going to address some stuff that's been said by YouTube content creators in the trucking space. No. Okay. So if that's what you tuned in for or came over for, was to see whose name he's going to bring up or talk about, you are sadly mistaken. Okay. You are sadly mistaken. I am on a bigger scale, bigger level than entertaining or having my input or say on what another content creator has going on in their life. I just do. Now, there are some things, because I've been watching videos here for the last 2 weeks in the trucking space, just trying to catch up and see how drivers are doing, I guess, or what drivers think and how drivers are moving and things of that nature. So I've been watching some videos, and I will address like a misconception or what I feel like is not all the way truth about some stuff that I heard in PH video, which PH, me and him have talked several times on the phone with each other. So this is just no more than a disagreeing stance. You know what I mean? It won't be about me tearing him down, because I wish nothing but success for that brother on whatever angle he's taking and what he's currently doing. Like, I want to see nothing but success. But at the same time, some things that he said in his video pertaining to leasing, or in his videos that he has said pertaining to leasing, I don't 100% agree on. But that's okay, right? Because at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I respect everybody's opinion on however they want to take the angle on it. But it's just some things that I overheard in his video, I just didn't completely agree with. And I'll talk a little bit about that, just in general. Like I said, it's just in general. It's not talking about PH at all. It's just basically talking about leasing in general in itself. So that's what that's going to be about. Terrell, I see you in the building. Also, I'm going to talk about why a lot of these trucking companies are starting to go under. Okay, you're starting to see a lot of carriers that have what I would call it's not a, hell, to me, in my opinion, a mega fleet, when you hear a mega fleet, to me, is anything more than 10 trucks, okay? I don't care if anybody is looking at like the Primes, the Swift, the Snyders that have thousands of trucks. I'm thinking of, on the standpoint, if you have 10 trucks or more, then you're kind of, a mega fleet type of deal, okay? You deal with a lot of problems, and, but such as with problems come, the more money, more problems, right? But that goes without being said. But this is what I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about that as well. Because if you guys follow on Facebook, I don't know if you guys have Facebook, but if you follow Transportation Network on Facebook, and they kind of are like the news of trucking, right? I think they're also transportationnetwork.com. I think you go there and look at it, but they basically give out information about what's going on in the trucking industry and news and stuff of that nature. And they put out articles, right? And in some of these articles that you can read about or read on, and about how all these carriers are just closing, and they give good information, but at the same time, they kind of like paint, I almost don't know what the purpose is at times of them, because they kind of like are like the CNN of trucking. Like, right? They report a lot of bad things in the trucking industry to make drivers become scared and frantic and not want to get in the industry. You know, doors closing. They talk about trucking companies closing, truck wrecks, and just a whole bunch of negativity things, right? So, but I mean, that's where a lot of people go for their source. Okay. Um, Somebody just stated something here, which I'm gonna touch on that too, I guess, a little bit. It says Chasing Andrew Jackson is doing good, but his way isn't the only way. Pay attention. Yes, Chasing Andrew Jackson, once again, is another individual that I speak with. Truckers Coach, what's going on? I see you in the building. What's the name of that again? What are you talking about, Truckers Coach? You talking about Transportation Network? I think you already know about Transportation Network. At least I thought you did. You know what I mean? With you having so much insight in the trucking industry as far as like news and stuff, I thought you would knew about Transportation Network. I believe that's what they're called. Give me 1 second, Truckers Coach, because I know that you put up the videos, you know, of giving or dropping stuff, and it's kind of like you stole my idea, because that was gonna be the next move I was gonna do, and then I seen you jump up and do it, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it now. So shout outs to you, Jason, for actually starting that, because that was you read my mind. That was gonna be the next wave that I was gonna do after the Freight and Rate show. Was I was gonna talk about like trucking news off of websites and blogs like that. What's going on, Smitty? I see you in the building. But smooth move. You know what I'm saying? Soldier, you stole my idea. But what I was going to say, okay, so it's Transportation Network though. If you go on Facebook, you should be able to find them, Jason, on there, and they just have like a bunch of articles dealing with. They almost kind of similar like how CDL Life is, and the other places for news, for trucking news. But what I was going to say about Chasing Andrew Jackson, like I said, none of these people I have like any animosity towards. It's just different views and different opinions. And the way that Chasing Andrew Jackson is doing his thing is salute, because if I were in his shoes, or if I was of his age, you know, had no children, biological, didn't have a wife, okay, wasn't committed to any of that kind of things, would I probably go out and buy a truck? I probably would. You know what I mean? Because it makes the most mathematical, smart thing to do, okay? In my opinion, because his overhead as far as outside of trucking is extremely low. You know what I mean? I've heard on his videos where he was talking about potentially going back home and live with his parents. You know, he has that option. You know what I'm saying? He has that option. Whereas like grown adult, and that's to say that he's not a grown adult, but people that are in my situation, that have my situation, we can't go back home to mama. You know what I'm saying? And cut, all that stuff out. You know what I mean? Especially if you have children and you have a wife and you're being a responsible husband, father, a man. You know what I'm saying? Being man shit. If you had no children biological, what are you talking about, Shay? If my wife just sent me a text message, let me respond to her on here, because she sent me a text during my life. Shay, I'm talking about if I wasn't married and I didn't have any biological children, but when you become married, you take on your partner's children. That's part of the package deal, right? So when you get with a woman who has children, and you marry her, that those children become your children. Okay. So what I'm trying to say, Shay, is if I wasn't married and didn't have any children outside of my marriage, and my wife didn't come in with children, then I would do the same thing that he would be doing, probably with buying a truck. But that's not my situation. So I can't knock what he's doing, okay? But what I do knock that Justin Frazier, Chasing Andrew Jackson, does do is how he tries to tarnish guys on if they're wanting to lease, okay? And once again, I indicate this before in several videos. I indicate this on this video too. Shay, if you're confused, sweetheart, we'll talk about when you get home. I'm confused on how you're confused. Seriously, I'm confused on how you're confused on what I'm saying. But here's the thing. All right, most of these people that get into trucking have never ran a business before, okay, at all. They've never ran any type of a business outside of trucking. They don't know nothing about working with numbers. They don't know nothing about any of that, right? Most guys that come into trucking has been W-2 workers before they came into the industry. So once they get into the industry, is it best for you to tell them to just go out and buy a truck and then figure it out from there? That's not the best idea. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, that's not the best idea. So if you're getting into trucking and you want to learn how to run a trucking business or better understand trucking, it's probably better to learn on somebody else's dime, right? So 2 ways to do that without utilizing your capital that you have and falling on your face is either become a company driver for an OTR company or get into a lease where you can walk away from. You understand? So that you can learn on technically somebody else's dime. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, in leasing, you can't learn off nobody else's dime because you're responsible for everything. True, but when it's a walk away and it ain't working out for you, then you can turn that truck back into that carrier and say, I'm good on this, right? You tried it, didn't work out. Now I'll go back to being a company driver. Maybe you can be a company driver for that company, right? Instead of you going out and just dumping this money, right, into getting a truck because you followed the Chase and Andrew Jackson, which, like I said, it's no knock against him, but you followed that and you thought that his plan, his God's plan, was going to work exactly for you how it worked for him. And when it didn't work for you how it exactly worked for him, you're fucked. Okay? You're fucked. And do you think that Chase and Andrew Jackson, Justin Frazier, is going to help you out and pull you out of that situation? Negative. Okay? He ain't gonna send you no Cash App. He ain't gonna send you no nothing. No nada. Not a damn dollar. Okay? Because what you have to realize is that Chase and Andrew Jackson took a process, right? And if you haven't been watching him from his beginning of his videos or his YouTube channel, and you just come on YouTube right now, you jump into his videos right now, then you're going to be completely lost in the sauce and think that where he's at, he got to by, like, he came in like that, and he didn't. Now, he went through the proper channels, which I advise people to do. And that is, first, he came in as a company driver, okay? He was making his $1,000 a week. He saved up good money because, once again, didn't have a wife, didn't have kids. He did the right, smart move when he came into the industry, right? So he came in, company driver for a year, switched up, went to leasing, tried leasing. Leasing didn't really work out that good for him. Me personally, okay, I think that leasing would have worked out good for Justin Frazier, Chase and Andrew Jackson. But I think that at the time when he first did it, that I appreciate that, Apocalypse. I appreciate that. Salute, soldier. When he first came in and did his leasing, when he transitioned from a company driver to leasing, he still had that mentality or mind frame of a company driver, right? So, but the only difference is that some weeks when he would get bigger checks than what he was used to getting as a company driver, we seen you chasing Andrew Jackson. You was up in the strip club. You was buying the light up shoes, dog. You know, you had the fresh gear going. We seen it. Salute to Chase Andrew Jackson. We seen it, dog. You was blowing them checks, bro. You was blowing them. You wasn't pulling them back. You was blowing them because it was like you made the transition from company driver to leasing. It's like, whoa, these checks are a little bit bigger than what I'm used to seeing. And now it's splurge time, right? But I think that it ended up lacking because, and this is going to be vital information for anybody that is leasing, is Al Smith in the building. What's going on, Bishop? But this is going to be the main meat and potatoes of why people that get into leases have a struggle fest, okay? And here it is. It ain't the truck payment, okay? It's not. As much as people want to believe that it is the truck payment that is causing them to fail, it's not. Believe it or not. This is the problem. The company that you're leasing onto, deductions, period, okay? Whatever their insurance is, whatever their escrow is that they're taking from you, whatever their fuel savings is, if they have any, or if they don't have any, all of the Qualcomm fees, the freaking fuel card charge, the IFTA, the hidden escrows on top of your insurance, so they got insurance escrows, and they got an escrow for maintenance, then they got an escrow for this and that. So this is where people that get into leases lack, because you don't find the carrier that is giving you the least or the best deductions available, okay? The best deductions available. And Wendy Baker's in here. She's one of my team drivers. You guys already know Wendy. But just to put this in more perspective, right? I have fallen victim for this as well, even to include within my fleet of moving my fleet from different place to different place, trying to find a place that we could call like home, or a place that was profitable for everybody, not just me, not just the drivers, but for everybody in a whole to be profitable, right? And the one thing that after running numbers, I realized, it's not the truck payments. You know what I'm saying? It's not truck payments, because our truck payments are $780 a week. And these are 2018 and up trucks, right? So they're brand new trucks. You keep saying don't you have all of them deductions also? I don't, Larry June. I don't. I don't. With UPS, let me tell you, our deductions are so low. How can I tell it to you like this? For insurance, ELD, and pre-pass, each one of my drivers pay $330 a month total. $330 a month total. So if you want to break that down, just take $330 and divide it by 4.3, and you come up with how much they would pay every week. And my drivers don't pay that every week either, okay? That is a monthly cost to them, right? So it only comes out once a month. At the second week of the month, it comes out $330. Boom, they're done. It covers their insurance for the entire month. It covers their ELD for the entire month, and it covers their pre-pass for the entire month. Over here, we don't pay for tolls, okay? We don't pay for IFTA. We don't pay for plates. So once again, their cost from UPS is $340, roundabout area, $340 a month for includes everything, okay? Now, outside of fuel, which is a variable cost, but with fuel, we're getting 58 cents off the pump price. We're damn near getting the same prices off of fuel that Prime is getting. Straight up. Straight up. We're getting the same prices off of fuel that Prime is getting. All right, so when we start talking about fixed cost with what our drivers take, okay, what we take, no problem, Larry June. I don't got no problem. See, this is the thing. I'm transparent as hell. When I'm in a good situation, when we found a place that we call home, which is such as Women Working Wisdom. What's up, Jazz? I see you in the building. Which is what UPS is, because it works for both of us. It works for the drivers and it works for us. My solo drivers, fixed cost per week. Fixed cost per week. This includes the truck payment, and this includes the fee that they pay us for running under our, with us having a contract with UPS, is $1080 a week. Fixed costs, right? And then the only variable cost that they have to worry about for that week is their fuel. So fuel is all depending on how they run their truck. Okay, they can keep it down as far as $800. They can do 1,200, 13, 15. That is in their control. But what is not in their control is their fixed cost, which is the truck payment, $780 for a solo driver, $300 as their fee for being on with us. That's $1,080. All right. Now I hear astronomical numbers on the internet talking about how people's truck payments are $1,000, and if you are in a lease truck, that's $1,000. Yee, because in my whole entire time in trucking, even when I was with Prime, I never had a truck payment that was my highest truck payment is the trucks that I have right now, $780. And once again, those are 2018, 2019 trucks, right? And the insurance on those trucks is like what I said with the UPS is just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? $340 for the month. Whereas I've been with other places where insurance has been ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Just ridiculously high and just didn't make any sense. But here's what it is. Solo driver is $1,080 a week. Fuel is on them, okay? That's their cost. They keep it low, plus they get the fuel saving discount from the fuel. For a team, their total cost is $1,380 a week. Fixed cost, okay? That includes their truck payment and that includes their fee to us. Once again, fuel is on them. So now it gets to where the drivers can run their truck and focus on knocking back the miles because they are on a mileage contract, you know what I mean, with this UPS thing, where they make $1.44, and this includes the fuel surcharge in there. So they make about $1.44 a mile. But their deductions are so low that even if they ran one load, and I've seen this from my driver settlements, they could run one load and cover everything, okay, cover all their stuff mostly for the week, and then start turning profit after that first load. Like, that's how I've always wanted to get to a place that offered to where we're making money as a company because we take a flat fee. Okay, we don't charge percentage like other companies do. Okay, which to me, percentage can be an issue, can pose an issue, and I'll tell you why being on percentage could pose an issue. Okay, let's do it like this. I'm gonna give y'all a breakdown. Y'all ready for the breakdown? Matter of fact, listen, I'm dropping way too much knowledge and information to only have 32 likes in this thing with 202 people in here. I ain't talking no more until y'all get them likes up. Straight up. I need 100 likes before I talk some more, bro. I'm giving y'all too much game, bro. Like, this shit is supposed to be sold and not told. You understand? I'm giving y'all trial and error in things that have cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars to try to help y'all not cost y'all hundreds and thousands of dollars. And I only have 56 likes in here. So y'all just sitting around with y'all ear like this, right? Just soaking it up. But the moment I start sitting here talking about I want to charge for my information, it's going to be 100 YouTube videos talking about how you should be giving this information away for free, but y'all can't even hit the like button that is absolutely free. You know what I'm saying? That's while I wait for y'all to get y'all likes up, I'm gonna go over here and check on my money. Okay. I don't do stock exchange, right? Because to me, with the stock, you'll be lucky if you hit anywhere from 6 to 8% interest on your money in a year time. So I deal with something that gains way more higher than that. My wife says charge their ass, bro. I'm about to start doing that because, like I said, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in this industry on learning it, failing at it, getting back up, blowing more, learning it, getting back up, blowing more in order to create something of my own to where I could come on and teach you guys how to be successful in this industry. And it is a struggle fest for y'all to hit the damn like button in this bitch. Straight up. So, I mean, listen, I got 100,000 other things I could be doing. I can go over here. Look, I'm gonna show y'all something, right? Let's get jiggy with this real quick. I'm gonna show y'all what I do is better than the stock market. Okay. Let's get over here. See why y'all. I'm gonna wait for y'all to get the likes up, man. I'm not carrying on until I get the likes up. So I'm in the sports market, right? I don't do the I don't do the stock market because there ain't enough money in that shit, bro. You don't make no fucking money up and down, blah 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 blah. So I'm in my little sports market right here, right? So I'm gonna log myself back in my shit. Log back in my. Now some of y'all may have been following me, or if you watched that post that I put up, well, I made $38,000. All right, we're done with that number now. We're on this new number right here. All right, so I bought into this for like $3,300, and I have been all the way $38,000. I turned $3,300 into $38,000. But anyway, but here's this right here. So I'm gonna go where? Okay, let's see. So we want basketball. So that's what we be on. We be on basketball. So we're gonna look at this. I've been waiting for, actually, let's go here, because this makes it a little bit easier. So I'm gonna go basketball. Yeah, all right. All right, so I ain't gonna give y'all my secret, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all gonna start making money off it. So, for information like this, you got to get charged, dog, to know how to keep playing in the stock market. And you 6 to 8%. I'm definitely doing better than 6 to 8%. I can tell you that. That's it. It's facto. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so the college lines are already out. That's what I was waiting on. College basketball, 290, 230, 290. Y'all might be able to see me place a little wager on here right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll put this wager in and I'll hit. I'm gonna give y'all a number here real quick too. For those that don't believe. For those that are like sports bet people. Oh, Lord, what is your record? What is your record? In 30 days, I am 123-30. That means I have won 123 times. I've lost 30 times. Y'all do the math on that. Anybody know what percentage that is that I'm hitting at in 30 days? 75%, bruh. 75%. Oklahoma. It's really not my number. But I do like this one up here. I'm going to give y'all a game tonight. If y'all out there in Vegas, bruh. Yo, play this right here, man. Put your money line bet on Orlando Magic, man. Money line bet on Orlando Magic, and you can put that in a parlay and wrap that with Orlando Magic money line and wrap that with the Phoenix Suns money line, and take that ticket to the bank, bro. Straight up. Anyway, let's get back to this. Y'all got the likes up yet? Y'all got the likes up yet? What? All right. So the likes is y'all at 84. Okay, we still got 209 people in here, and they didn't. The Hensley Show. Am I blocked? I wouldn't say that you're blocked because I was able to read your comment. I hope all is well with you. If that is James Hensley, I hope all is well with you from the hospital issue that you're going with. I hate to see anybody in that situation. I've been in it. I wish you speedy recovery. Even though me and you have a lot of indifferences. Well, I think it's more so that you have indifferences with me. I don't have any indifferences with you. But I wish you a speedy recovery if you can hear me, honestly. Speedy recovery and make it back on the road. But anyway, so what I'm going to talk now about, what was I about to say? Because I was waiting for y'all to get the likes up because that's crazy that, the like button didn't go up. But was I about to talk to y'all about Lisa, right? I lost my train of thought. I was going to talk to y'all about how to be successful. I think I was about to give y'all a tip. What was I about to talk about? Somebody tell me what I was going to talk about before I told y'all to get the like buttons up. And then I went over to my daily sports bet. Married to the Mouse, what's going on, Mosey? See you in the building, boy. Anybody remember? Shay, you in here? Do you remember? Lease op. Okay, I figured I was going to talk about something about lease. Prime leasing. Okay. I was going to say something about prime lease. Well, I guess I'm going to tell you guys on how, if you're leasing a way, I think that's what I was going to say, right? How if you're leasing a way that you can be profitable in it, I believe. My question is, you used to say that owner-operator and lease ops should never run by the mile. You used to say run percentage only. Why the change? Thank you, Hensley. Thank you for, that's what I was going to talk about, right? I appreciate you saying that because I lost my train of thought. I was going to talk to y'all about percentages, and I was going to give y'all a breakdown, right? So this here, I'm about to break that down right now, Hensley. Appreciate you for bringing that question up, because everybody else was talking about leasing, and I was actually going to talk about something different. But thank you for bringing that up. So here is, we're going to give a breakdown, right? All right. So let's say that, let's use 2 trucks, identical trucks. Both of these trucks have the same truck payment. Okay, we're just going to deal with truck payment, right? Let's say both of these trucks is $780. Okay, $780 a week, $780 a week in this truck. Okay. All right, everybody's following? All right, $780 a week in each one of these trucks. You're at a company that pays percentage. This truck is at a company that pays percentage. This truck is at a company that pays flat rate. Okay. Remember, we ain't dealing with no other deductions other than each of them both have the same truck payment at $780. All right. One is on a flat rate, one is on percentage. All right. Now the truck that's over here that's on percentage, right? Let's say they're at a company that they get 80% of the revenue, and the company gets 20% of the revenue. And then you got a company over here that pays you $1.44 a mile for all miles, and you're on basically a mileage contract, right? So you run off miles. This truck over here that's on percentage has to pay 20% of total revenue to the carrier, okay? For running on, that's the carrier's percentage. So each truck runs 10,000 miles, okay? Runs $10,000 in profit. Exclude the miles, okay? We get to the miles, I know people are gonna say on one side that you're gonna run more miles than you probably would on the other side, which equates to wear and tear. But we also can capitalize on that, because the wear and tear, if you put back for maintenance a certain amount for your mileage, you still are going to come out cheaper than the person on percentage. But here it is. So the percentage one gets 20%. We each make $10,000 revenue. So what is 20% of $10,000 in revenue? $2,000, right? So you're giving this carrier $2,000 of your revenue. Now you're down to $8,000 in revenue on the percentage side. $8,000 to you. Now over here, let's slide over here to the flat rate side, where I charge my team drivers $600 a week, regardless of what they do. Now, once again, we indicate that they both made $10,000, right? So, and their fixed cost is $1,380 to include truck payment. All right. Now, this $2,000 on the percentage side, he ain't even factored in his truck payment too. So if we factor in his truck payment, that means that's $2,000 plus $780, right? So now this person is up to $2,780. That's coming out of their money, out of their pocket. Bam. Over here with the flat rate side, my side, they did the same amount. Their fixed cost was $1,380. How much difference is that right now? And you got this dude over here who did less miles. He probably did 5,000 miles. This truck over here probably did like 6,000, let's just say anywhere from $6,000 to $7,000 team truck. And this team truck on percentage did 5,000. So that's 2,000 more additional miles. Let's just say for 2,000 additional more miles, you put back an additional 10 cents a mile. You put back $200 for running those 2,000 additional miles, which makes up for the wear and tear on your truck, right? We following along, because you're putting back $200 for the maintenance. Or you can if you want to get nasty with it, you can put back $500, right? And still come out better, right? So with that being said, the percentage guy has $2,780 that is coming out of his pocket before he even sees any other deductions, because 20% of the revenue is going to the carrier, $780 for his truck payment. We ain't even including what his insurance cost is, all this other jazzy stuff, right? And the deductions, the escrows. Y'all know how it goes down the line, trailer payment. You name your deductions there, right? Now, once again, back to my side, $1,380, all right? That's truck payment, and that's their cut that they're giving us. Now, this other person on the percentage side is probably going to be dealing with insurance that comes out every week, right? And it could be, I know some people that for all-inclusive things are paying $340 a week And that includes insurance, ELD, escrows, woody, this, that, and the third, right? It's paying like 300, whatever, a week. Over here, everything inclusive is 340 a month. A month. And this driver on my side is not, or for my contract, is not even going to see that 340 come out until once a month. So that means 3 other weeks, they're not even, the only thing that's coming out of their settlement is the fixed cost and the variable cost from fuel. That's it. That's it. Straightforward, to the point, making money. So when I got over here on this side and I started realizing, wow, yes, granted, this side over here where I'm at, they're going to run a lot of miles. And maybe the person that's on percentage is not going to run as many miles, but they're paying more out of their pocket at the end of the day. Now, if anybody wants me to break down on a calculator, I got a calculator right here. If somebody wants me to go through each of these numbers, if you guys wasn't keeping up. So once again, we'll start out and say $10,000 for the percentage guy, right? He has to give 20% to the carrier where he's at. Because even if you break it down and they get 90% and they're giving 10% to the carrier, they're still giving up a lot of money. Essentially, they still are. And it's not gonna compete with the situation that I have. Like I said, I don't have to sell my business because it'll sell itself if people know their numbers. It'll sell itself if people know numbers. But anyway, does anybody want me to do a complete breakdown on the numbers and give a complete, like, this is what it is? Because like I said, we excluded fuel, we excluded all the other deductions because that's what it is. But you cap yourself on how much you can gross per week. You can only run so many miles. Oh, I'm sorry, let me see, Hensley. You can only run so many miles, whereas the spot market is sky the limit. But see, here's the problem though, Hensley, right? And this is good dialogue. I appreciate this dialogue. Where are we capping ourselves at with UPS? We're not capping ourselves, okay? They can run as many miles as their clock will allow them to run, right? If they need to do a 34-hour reset, then they need to do one. If they can run off recaps, UPS doesn't stop them because they're running terminal to terminal. So it's not like they're sitting in docks. It's not like, and they may have to sit and wait for the load to load on off the dock into the trailer, which if they're there for an extended period of time, then they get layover pay for it. But you see, the problem with the spot market is that you deal with fluctuation, right? Rates go up, rates go down, rates go up, rates go down. You're dealing with inconsistency. And with the situation that we have, the only thing that fluctuates with us is the fuel surcharge, okay? And that just depends on fuel pricing each week to week. So that's the only thing that fluctuates, all right? Everything else is up from there. Our drivers, every year that they are on with us under our contract, they gain an extra 1 penny a year. So they have nowhere but upside. They don't have to worry about it going down 115 this week or 144 total this week. Oh shit, it's down to 120 this week. Oh shit, it's back up to 144. Oh damn, it's down to 130. They don't have to deal with that because it is consistent, and this is UPS contract work. Like, this is UPS's freight that we're moving. And we don't deal with the inconsistency and fluctuations of the spot market, you know, because you already know that I've been on the spot market and I lost a lot of money on the spot market, but I'm not going to not tell people not to do it. You know what I'm saying? Some things work for others better than it works for, you know, the next man. So, but what we provide over here is consistency, and we provide low deductions to where these drivers are still able to make money. And see, a lot of people have told me that you should probably charge more than $300 for a solo, $600 for a team. I don't need to. You know why? Because I've been given the green light by UPS that I can grow as large as I want to, right? So I have control of the volume. So for me, it becomes a volume game, right? I will make my money in the larger that I grow, right? But I want to make sure that my drivers are making money. You know what I mean? And I've been looking for that situation for my company for a long time, where it was like, I'm not concerned with me, because at the end of the day, with the mentality that I have, the focus that I have, I am going to get mine eventually, right? But I need to create something that drivers are happy with doing. And I look at it in the standpoint as well that it's something that if I was out here over the road, what do I want to do as a driver? Well, for one thing, I don't want to really deal with shippers like that. You know what I mean? Because they burn your clock up. I would love to be in a situation where it was drop and hook. I would love to be in a situation where if I'm gonna be making a truck payment or leasing a truck, my deductions are low enough to where I can withstand them. You know what I mean? And that be like, damn, I'm giving up that, I'm giving up that. And then, when you start looking at that kind of stuff, it runs you for a loop. You know what I mean? And then that's where you start finding the people that get into leases and that are going to talk bad about leases, because the deductions that carrier is charging them is higher than than what they could sustain or what they could potentially make as far as revenue. You see what I'm saying? So we don't have that situation here. We've gotten rid of high deductions. We've increased consistency, and I have been able to now grow my business as in volume, grow as large as I want to, because I've been given the green light by UPS to become or to add trucks at any time that I want to, as many as I want to. And I know that with me getting new trucks, that my insurance on these trucks are going to be extremely low to the contractors. So I made it into a win-win situation for everybody, to include the contractors and to include myself, if that makes sense to anybody. Some things are not going to make sense to certain people, because you really have to be a numbers person to really break down what I'm saying. Because if you're not a numbers person, you would look at it from the outside in and be like, $1.44 a mile, not feeling it, right? I need to make $2 a mile, or such and such and such and such and so forth and so on, in order to be profitable, right? So, but the big key in this leasing whole scheme of things is that you need to make sure that you have low deductions. If you're going to lease, you need to be with a carrier that has low deductions. Don't be with a carrier, lease a truck with a carrier, and they have through the roof deductions. So that's the key. But yeah, that was the part I was going to talk about, where I learned about percentage. Because even if we break it down and say like a owner operator owns the truck, right? So he don't have no truck payments, but he gets with a carrier. He leases on with a carrier that does the 80%, and he gives him 20%. He gets 80%. It's still the same scenario. It's just minus the truck payment, right? So if he still ran 10,000 miles, he still has to give $2,000. The team or the truck that is making a truck payment with us still has a lower amount that they're paying out a week, opposed to the guy who's an owner operator who owns his truck, because he has to give $2,000 to that carrier. And he owns his truck. He don't got a truck payment. See what I'm saying? So it all deals with, once again, it deals with numbers. So an owner operator could own his truck outright and still be paying more than what my drivers are paying. And my drivers can make more than him at the end of the day. So it definitely is a numbers game. How much experience needed to get on with you? 1 year of experience. You have to have 1 year of experience, no more than 2 moving violations in the last 3 years, and you need to have no felonies within the last 10 years. And right now, we don't even have any trucks open, but we are always taking we have a waiting list. All right. So we're taking people that want to get on with us, and you're willing to be put on a waiting list. So then when we have trucks come open, we don't have to advertise for it. We just go on down the list and we call you. And if you're still interested, then, you're the next candidate available. But yeah, we are offering, we do have a waiting list for those that want to join it. And no, you don't have to have a hazmat. I see somebody asked about hazmat. You can have one with pulling UPS stuff, but you do not need, it's not required. What if you have 4 non-moving? 4 non-moving, I can't take you. Do you hire owner operators? I don't. I tried to do owner operators, but UPS said it's a conflict of interest. This dude, stunning man. I don't know what that is. Yes. Oh yeah. You guys can email us info@drive4pmg.com. My wife just put it down there in the comment section on the live. But yes, you guys can join the wait list. We are looking to have growth this year. At first, we was thinking that we weren't going to grow this year, but we are doing exceptionally well with this UPS contract. So we are going to probably add roughly about uh, probably about 3 trucks. So it's good that you join the waiting list. Lo, hit up the supplier diversity office at the Fortune 100 companies around you. Hit up your local SBDC office. Look into local FedEx growth opportunities client. Okay. I appreciate that, capital gains. I'm always looking to diversify and put my money elsewhere. Like I have an idea, like I want to start another fleet, maybe potentially somewhere else. But then at the same time, I don't want that to become a conflict of interest, because my ultimate goal with UPS is to be the largest owner operator fleet with them. You know what I mean? And then see what happens is, if you become the largest owner operator fleet with them, then what do you gain? You gain leverage, right? Gain that leverage. And that's what I'm trying to do, is gain the leverage, because then if I can gain the leverage of being the largest owner operator fleet with them, then I don't want to sound too disrespectful about this, but then basically I can come in and just lock down the whole owner operator contract. And if you want to be an owner operator pulling the UPS stuff on the UPS freight side, then you have to go through Parks Motor Group. You know what I mean? That's where I'm looking at, potentially getting to. But I do understand that that's going to take time and probably several years of growth. I'd like to see more about sports betting. Hey, Corey Rogers, I know a lot of people do, but yeah, I don't do stock market. I was looking in the stock market at one point in time, and stock market is only going to bring you back 6 to 8% interest, and that is having an exceptionally good year. Okay, so in order to be in stock market, you need a lot of money first and foremost. Nickel and dimes ain't gonna work. Okay, you think about it in a large scale, right? The ones that are being profitable on stock market are those that are millionaires, right? That has a lot of money. You cats that got a couple thousand that y'all throwing in there, that's not gonna make you a whole hell of a lot of money. Okay, it's just not. 6 to 8% interest on your money is not that great. Let's think of it in a large scale number. So on $100,000, right, and you make 6 to 8% interest, you've only made $6,000 to $8,000. Right? But you have risked $100,000, because in the stock market it is a risk as well. Same way with the sports market, it's a risk. All that is a risk. All right. And in order to make money anyway, first and foremost, you have to be able to take on risk. I get so sick and tired of people wanting to be successful without taking risk. They want to take the least riskiest way to get to the money, and then when they don't get to the money by taking the least risky way, they want to complain. Think about it. All right. The most successful people, or the most wealthiest people in this world, have taken enormous risk. They have went all in. Like, they didn't need nobody to do that. They didn't need, they didn't need nobody to tell them that, if you risk that, you could lose it all. They know that. They know that. They're trying to get to they have an ultimate goal. All right, listen. Let me tell y'all something motivational right here, right? Surround yourself with dreamers, okay? And stay away from realistic people, okay? Now, I know I'm gonna catch some flack for this. That don't make sense. Why would you want to stay away from realistic people and stay near dreamers? And they're gonna say dreamers are false believers, are figments of their imaginations, and realistic people are real with themselves. Let me tell you something. Dreamers are the ones that have created everything in this world that we utilize today. Think about it, okay? Somebody had to be dreaming about trucks, pulling this freight, getting it from point A to point B, putting it in this box to move freight from this place to one place to another. Dreamers, right? Reason why I like dreamers because they are innovators. They are people who think outside the box. They outside the curve. They are those that are entrepreneurs. They are those that are the millionaires, billionaires, gajillionaires of this world. Straight up. Okay. Now let me tell you about a realistic person. You ever told somebody, and I'm pretty sure this happened to a lot of people, right? You ever went up to somebody and told somebody your idea, right? And it was like, yo, I've been thinking about doing this, that, and the third, right? And and this is what they are. Most 9 times out of 10, they're gonna open it up and say, well, realistically, if a person opens up their mouth and say, realistically, done talking to them. Okay, done talking to them. Let me tell you why. Those people are negative Nancy's of this universe. Okay. They're never going to sit there and tell you, yo, that'll work, bro. Do it. Do that shit, man. But you know you gotta put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Put in the work, dog. Anything is possible. You know, this is one hell of a computer system that we all have on top of our head. You know what I'm saying? That we all have on top of our head. God put us on this earth to be creators. Okay. Since beginning of mankind, we have been creators. That's what he wants you to create and reproduce, of course, okay? Keep the population going. But that tool that's in between your two shoulders, man, is a valuable weapon. And so many people do not utilize it the proper way that they should. You know what I'm saying? Do not utilize it the proper way they should. So back to what I was saying, a realistic person would say, man, realistically, bruh, that's going to take a lot of money. No shit, Sherlock. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But whoever creates this, or if I could get funding to create this, this is going to be big. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to be big. So what ends up happening when dreamers get around dreamers? Man, big things pop off, man. Big businesses start to happen. People that believe in what they say and what they're doing. And this is another thing that I talked to my man O about. Shout out to my man O. O said something to me the other night when we had a conversation. He said, bro, don't believe. Know that it's going to happen. And I had to sit back and think for a minute. I'm like, yo, whoa. I mean, and he kept on talking after that, right? But that right there kind of is like, it sub-zeroed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it froze me. Like, and I was like, don't believe, know that it's going to happen. Then I had to come back to him. I was like, yo, bro, let's go back to that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to that. Don't believe, know. He says, yeah, because believers are hoping that it happens, right? If you believe something, then you're kind of like hoping that it happened. But if you know that something is going to happen, then you put max effort to it, right? To make sure that it does happen that way. Oh my God. Like, bruh, thank you for talking to me. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for dropping me with that, because that to me was deep. Because so many people say, oh, just believe. Don't believe, right? It's changed my whole my whole thinking of it. Don't believe, but know. Like, if you want to own a truck, don't believe you'll own a truck one day. Know that you're going to own that truck. If you're going to lease a truck, don't believe that you will be successful in that lease. Know that you're going to be successful in that lease. You understand? If you're going to be a company driver, don't believe that you'll be the best company driver. Know that you're going to be the best company driver. Period. Like, and when that sat with me, that resonated with me, oh man, if that ain't touched anybody right now on me just saying that, then you don't have a pulse. Straight up. Because think about it. Believing and knowing is two different things. Completely. Shit is deep, bro. Shit is deep. I see everybody keep coming in here talking about this FedEx ground thing. Yeah, everybody keeps talking about FedEx Ground. Sorry, I had a phone call come through, yo. That's a scammer mentality. How is it that this phone can ring when I have it on Do Not Disturb? That's weird. I can bring my truck over. She have to wait. Declare it. That's right. 87 says, if you company big enough, would you want to go public onto the stock market? 87 Quartz, good question. No, I would not want to go public on the stock market. If I were to get large enough, I would sell shares to my company privately. So basically meaning I would sell shares to people that have helped, that are currently helping in growing the company. That's how I would probably do it. I probably would give some shares to some of the contractors that are with me if they wanted to buy into the shares. Because the phone have been compromised. I mean, the networks as well as the products. That's deep, low. I felt that. Yo, for real, who is that? Is that Boozy? Yo, for real, that, man, when he told me that, when O told me that, man, that shit like froze me. Like, and I ain't been frozen in a while from a conversation with somebody, but that just resonated with me where I was like, hold up, man, wait, run that back, you know what I mean? Can you answer my question, Loshawn? I got 4 trucks over here. I'm hurting. You have 4 trucks over where? I think you're the one that's asking about FedEx Ground. What do you want me to do? I mean, I'm confused on what you want me to do. I cannot take owner operator trucks. I can only take trucks that are under my name. Like, as far as like, if I lease a truck, those lease trucks are underneath my name, underneath my company name. If I own a truck, my name has to be on the title. So I cannot take you if you're asking me that. Can I email to get up on this trucking game? Yeah, sure. I think your name is, what is it? Let me see. Oops, scroll down. Donamite the trucker? Yeah, you can send me an email, Loshawnparks@gmail.com. What's up, Lo? What's going on YouTube with, is that Addy2D? I think I've seen you before. You changed the name. Haven't had a chance to look at your tax videos, but do you have any good accounts or CPAs that you recommend? I had one CPA that I used to recommend on my videos, but he said that he's not taking on any new clients. So I can't recommend that. The only other place I think that I could recommend you try atbs.com. I know they deal with trucking taxes as well. So I hope that was able to help you. Lo was preaching. I was preaching, man. That's why I had to bring my sermon down just a little bit, man, because I was going to get into it. You know, I was going to get into it, bro. And I had to, bring myself back. You're 22. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I'll definitely help you out with that, man. Is UPS Freight moving over there is what I'm asking. Are they moving? Yeah. Their peak season is March to November. So, yeah. But my business structure, the way I do stuff and the way you might come over and try to do it may not work for you. You know, you might be taking percentage from your drivers or whatever, and I don't know how you model yours, but the way that I model mine, this works perfect for me. When I buy my first truck, should I buy a sleeper or a day cab? Probably a sleeper, man. Sleeper's more universal. Shout out to King the Trucker for referring me to your channel. Great info. Keep it coming. Hey, I appreciate that. Who is that? Rika, is it Cherry? I hope I said that right. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming over. Make sure that you do hit the bell and hit the subscribe button so you get more content. I have been very, very slow, y'all, on producing content. And I do apologize for that. But the reason for the slow movement in content is I am extra busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, extra busy. Every day I'm working to try to make my company better. Plus it is tax season right now. So we're trying to get all of our numbers put together for us to do taxes. We just finished doing the 1099s not too long ago. Well, not today, but like a couple weeks ago. So it's just been extremely like a busy time. On top of that, I actually work too. I drive a field truck, which that's probably going to be coming to an end here very soon because I don't have, it's taking away time from my business, right? So I don't have the time to incorporate in that and then also give my undivided attention to my business. So I'm probably going to be stopped. My 1203 boys, shout out to my 1203 boys. I'm probably going to have to stop doing that here soon because it is just taking extremely a lot of my time. Plus, I have other things and business ventures and ideas that I want to pursue and move forward because at the end of the day, I am an entrepreneur. So I am always, this brain is always working. You know what I mean? I'm always thinking about how to turn more money. You know what I'm saying? So that job currently that I'm working is like 60 hours a week, 5 days a week. And it's just, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time, man. And I mean, I guess it's great pay for local. I'm not a W-2 cat, man. I've come to the realization that I'm not a W-2 person any longer. I used to be before I got into trucking and I got a 1099 and I created my own business. I used to be a W-2 person, thinking about benefits and all that other kind of stuff. But now at this point in my life and where I'm at as an entrepreneur, I'm not a worker, man. I can't work for nobody else, make millions of dollars when I have the potential of making millions of dollars myself. And the cool thing is like my contractors, they're not workers of mine. You know what I mean? They do work under my contract, but they have as much freedom as they want. You know what I mean? If they want to take home time, they take home time. When they want to go on home time, they stay home as long as they want to stay home. They can reject freight. They don't have to take the load that UPS is wanting to give them. They can say no to it. So, they are, they're not workers. You know what I mean? They're working for their own entity, which that's why all of them have to have their own EIN number and LLC, because you're working for your own business. And that is the way that I structure it, because I want to build and create entrepreneurs, you know what I mean? And help those that want to be successful. So with this freight recession, how is it possible to even make money? Good question. Here's the thing, right? You have to get on with a reputable company, right? So when I was moving my fleet, it was between two different options, right? Either I was going to, I had a deal on the table with Coca-Cola, or I was going to, and at that point, it was only Coca-Cola, to be honest with you. It was only Coca-Cola I was thinking about running them to. And then UPS came along. But here's the thing. In order to put your fleet on somewhere, you have to, or if you're thinking about having a fleet or whatever, or even if you're a solo truck, get with a reputable company that has a lot of freight, right? Has a lot of freight. Currently, we are with the largest logistic company in the world. You hear me? I didn't say in the United States. I said we are currently, and will be forever. I'm never moving from this. You know what I'm saying? I'm never losing this contract. But we are currently, unless they just decide that they're going to be done with contractors or owner operators and just take everything to, company drivers, then at that point, I don't know. We'll probably try to figure something out to where we can get in the union with them or whatever. But we are with the largest logistic company in the world, UPS, right? So you have to get with a place or a carrier. I don't know what's going on with him. You have to get with a place or get with a carrier that has the freight, has a lot of contracts, has a lot of direct customers. Don't get with these mom and pops companies that don't have a lot of freight or that deal solely off a spot market. You know what I'm saying? Because essentially that's what a lot of these companies that are going out of business are. Mom and pop companies, small owner operators, companies that have like 2 or 3 trucks. they're the ones that's going belly up, right? And then of course Celadon that happened this year, but Celadon was the disaster in the making. You know what I'm saying? We've seen the writing on the wall for years, okay, for 2 or 3 years. So you could, if a company is publicly traded, just go look at their stock, right? And if it's tumbling and it's going down, and you see that it's losing, if it's losing over 20%, I would say if you lose over 20% in a year in stock, it's time to get ready to move. Okay, it's time to get ready to hook and book from there. Okay, because shareholders are pulling out. No money is coming back into the company as far as keeping it afloat from shareholders, so that can become a problem. And go look at UPS's stock. That shit ain't dropping, dog. Like straight up, it's not dropping. Yeah, that's right. What's up with your app you bringing out? Oh, my app I'm bringing out? Yeah, that's still under wraps because we're still developing it. So I'm not going to give too much information on the app that I'm creating. It has nothing to do with trucking. It has to do with basically consumer buying online. But yeah, how he keep coming back? Yeah, he probably has one of those he probably has one of those untraceable IP addresses. LOL, I work for Forward Air. I want to look into becoming an owner operator. Your advice? You work for Forward Air, so I know they do terminal to terminal. I believe they do, right? From what I've heard. If you want to be an owner operator, man, probably the best channel to probably go to is like an owner operator channel. You got, and you see, Lo ain't afraid to send y'all to these channels, right? But they won't talk about, like, if you want to get into leasing, go talk to Loshawn. You know what I mean? That's probably the best avenue. They won't do that. But I'm going to give y'all whose channels, if you want to become an owner operator, who to go to. I don't need no credibility for it, so they don't have to send the favor back. But go check out SoCal Truckers channel. He's dealing with owner operators. He gives a lot of good information as far as owner operators go. Go talk to Chase and Andrew Jackson. His YouTube channel, he deals with talking about owner operator. HT Logistics. I think his name is HT Logistics 3434. Go check him out. He deals with talking about owner operator stuff. Truckers Coach TV, if he's still on here. He has some information about being an owner operator. So those are a couple of channels that if you are interested in being an owner operator, like owning your truck out and things of that nature, that you can go to gain that information from. I deal with leasing, you know what I mean? And trying to make people that want to do a lease to be successful in it. And which I'm about to give a tip real quick for my lease guys, okay? I'm gonna give y'all a tip real quick. I respect how your wife has your back. Oh, my wife has my back extremely hard, okay? I love my wife to death. Like, Shay is my rock. My circle now is extremely small, and I'm gonna shout out my circle right now, okay? I'm gonna shout out my circle. Shout outs to my wife, okay? She's definitely my rock, my backbone, my everything, my business partner, my confidant, my think tank, you know what I mean? Whatever ideas I have, I express them with her and get her input on them. And she doesn't think that her input is valuable, but it is very valuable. So I got my wife in my corner. Also my man, Daniel, he knows what I'm talking about, okay? My Ohio State Buckeye fan, Daniel. My man, Daniel, is invested with me in Parks Motor Group, and we also talk about sports. So me and Daniel have a lot of things in common, and that's just my man 50 Band. So he's in my corner as well. Another person that is in my corner is a good friend of mine here in Charlotte named Rob. He has a lot of Rob has a lot of investments. Rob has a lot of businesses, and Rob keeps me like fresh when it comes to ways of thinking in business and stuff like that. So, and I talk with Rob on pretty much a daily basis. We text back and forth. And plus, another thing we have in common is we like sports betting. So we're into the sports market. So, but Rob is, I've known Rob now for about 4 years, and he has always been a solid individual for so long. So when I think about it, that's it. That's my circle, man. When it comes to like when it's time to ask questions and give my ideas and brainstorm with like those, that's my circle. That's who's at my round table right now. You know what I'm saying? That we're discussing ideas and stuff on getting better. That's what Trucker's coach said. So didn't UPS buy out Coyote Logistics? Here's the thing. Coyote Logistics was already part of UPS. Trucker's coach, I seen that video. He wasn't talking that UPS bought them out because UPS had been owned Coyote Logistics for years. So basically what it is that UPS is just closing some of their offices, basically getting rid of some of the brokers. What I think they're going to end up doing is basically putting it all into one office and having one headquarters. Like for instance, UPS Freight headquarters is in Richmond, Virginia. So I think like that's what's going to end up happening is they're going to just headquarters the Coyote Logistics in one place, one space, and get rid of all these like small little offices. And I think that's what they're doing. They're just downsizing. Do I think that they'll completely get rid of Coyote Logistics in a whole? They own them. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, they already own them. So it's not like it's a buyout or something. They're already owned by them. So it's just, for lack of better words, it's another entity underneath the umbrella of UPS. Not low. Coyote Logistics used to work with UPS. UPS no longer wants to deal with Coyote, bro. I know it's like that in the Northeast. Well, see, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because that was just my thinking on it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't did a whole lot of research on it, but we don't deal with Coyote Logistics like that. You know what I mean? We pull direct UPS freight contract stuff that they have. So once again, we pull terminal to terminal. So we don't. They may have a broker load like once every fucking blue moon, but it was really, really rare. Really, really rare that we would pull a Coyote load. Really, really rare. All right, so look, I'm gonna give y'all a quick tip, right? Because reverting back to so many people I've heard, like I said, I heard it on like a PH video, I heard it on Chasing Andrew Jackson video, I heard it on a couple other people's videos, where they say when you lease a truck, you can't go home. When you lease a truck, you ain't got no home time. Hold on, y'all, let me get my charger. So this is my phone is trying to go dead on me. Hold on. Hold, please. Hold, please. Hold, please. All right. Let's get this in here. This laptop on? It's not. No. Jesus, man. I'm about to wait for it to turn on me. Is it powered up? Let me see. We're gonna find out. All right. Is that charging my battery? I don't know, because I don't hear it going bling. Y'all still gonna have to wait for a second. I'm gonna give y'all this jewel. If y'all leasing, I'm gonna give you this jewel. Hold on, just hold on. I gotta get this right, because if not, the phone gonna die. And I had it fully charged up. How long I been on here? 78 minutes. Holy shit. Man. That's ridiculous. Damn it. This won't even reach. Now I gotta pull my laptop this way. Gotta make this connect. Aha. Need to go buy a damn extension cord, man. A drop cord, that's my fault. That is my fault. I'm probably gonna go buy one of those today because I need a drop cord back here. 2 minutes, too much stuff going on. All right. Real quick, let me see if anybody has any questions. EIN number you can go straight to IRS website. Yes, you can. You can get an EIN number from the website. Go to IRS website. Yeah, if anybody charges you for an EIN number, Jesus Christ, man, you can get that for free. Craig, the simplest way to go through LegalZoom, they will do it for you. Yes, if y'all are thinking about like creating an EI business, just go through LegalZoom. I think they charge y'all like they charge like $250. Don't quote me on that, but for like $250, they will do everything for you. Like, and you don't have to worry about anything. Corey, that's for an EIN. You have to establish your business with the Secretary of State. Yes, you do have to, you can't just go to IRS and be like, yo, give me an EIN number. It's not gonna work, right? You have to establish yourself either as a sole proprietor or as an LLC or as an incorporation in order for you to gain an EIN number. You can't just be like, yo, just give me one. It don't work that way, okay? An EIN number is a employee identification number or employment identification number. So, or employee, excuse me. Employer identification number, excuse me. I didn't say it all wrong. Employer identification number. It means you're an employer, right? So you're a business. You just can't be like, yo, just give me one. It don't work that way. All right. So you have to sign up either as a sole prop, LLC, or as a incorporation. All right. So here's the secret. Y'all ready? How can you, as leasing, get 5 to 6 days of home time, almost a week, right? And come back out after that time and start fresh at zero. Like you're not in the hole or any of that shit, right? How do you do that? 2 ways. You got 2 options, and this will work with any company that you go to, okay? As long as the company that you go to doesn't say, oh, you can't hold trips, all right? If they tell you that you can't hold trips, then it might not work. But most companies I know that they don't pay you out until you scan that trip in, right? If you don't scan that trip in, then you don't get paid, it don't count or anything, right? Here it is. Example. If you know that your payroll is cutoff is Tuesday, right? For the company that you're with, say it's on Tuesday. It ends at Tuesday. Let's just take an example for us. Payroll ends, or has to, all your paperwork has to be into the trip pack box in order for you to get paid for the following Tuesday. At Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So let's just say that, and how it works with, like I said, most carriers, if you don't turn in the trip, then they can't pay you for it and they can't deduct the fuel for it, right? Until that trip comes in so they know where to bill it at or how to bill it. So here's what I used to do, okay? Here's what I used to do when I was with Prime. And what I did with some other places too when I was with Jones and stuff like that. I've been doing that for years. And some of my drivers actually do it too now. So I'm glad to see, or some of my contractors, should I say, do it now. So I'm kind of like glad to see that they do it that way because it helps out everybody, right? Essentially. If you know that you want to go home for the weekend, right? And you want to spend 5-6 days at home, all right? Here's what you do. You hold a trip over from that week to pay for your stuff your following week, right? So you want to make sure that you hold over, you don't want to hold over your least amount of your least revenue trip. All right. You don't want to hold the trip that was $1,000, but then yet you have $1,300 worth of deductions, right? So it doesn't make sense because you'll still come back negative, right? Because you'll still be negative 300, right? So you need to make sure that you hold back a trip that's going to be able to cover your expenses while you are on home time. So either you can hold a trip back the following week or to close that week if you know that you're going home for the following week, right? Or the week before. You hold back a trip the week before if you know that you're going home the following week. Or if not, here's another way that you can do it. If you know that payroll cutoff is like for us, for instance, on Tuesday at 4:30, right? So you run one more load, right? From Wednesday and Thursday. Plan to be home for Friday, right? So now you'll be home Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's 5 days. You'll return back to work beginning of the payroll, essentially the beginning of the payroll, which is Wednesday. So you've been at home for 5 days. Enjoyed damn near a week, okay? No, a week is 7 days, but you got 5 days that you've been at home and you ran that one extra load or that one load before you took your home time, which is going to offset or should be, make sure that you get a load that's enough to cover you. Once again, make sure that you get a load that is enough to cover your expenses. And then you're gonna have to kind of like be a fuel connoisseur at that time, right? You're not gonna wanna top off your damn tanks, right? You're gonna wanna make sure that you put enough fuel in there to get you the trip ran and probably enough fuel, a little bit extra so that it can get you home, right? If you do that and you run a trip that is $2,000 and you got expenses for, like, for instance, a solo driver has with us 1080 a week fixed cost, and say he only spends $800 in fuel and he ran a trip that made him $2,000, well, he'll turn that one in. It'll pay for his expenses for them 5 days that he was gone. Plus, he'll make a $200 paycheck. And he's at home. And then when he comes back out on Wednesday, start it like it's fresh again. You're not in the hole. So all of this talk about when you're in a lease, you can't never go home is all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Those people that say that you can't go home didn't know how to run the lease properly. They didn't. You have to know numbers in leasing. If you are a worker mind frame and you get into leasing, it will chew your ass up because you'll never get the concept of it. You'll never understand it completely. And you'll make stupid decisions. You'll make dumb decisions. And those will be the ones that come on YouTube and tell you that leasing is a scam. You can't make no money in leasing. Just go out and buy a truck, chasing Andrew Jackson. And this is 7 years of me doing leasing. Have I had my ups? Yep. Have I had my downs? Absolutely. Have I lost a lot? Yep. Have I won a lot? Have I made a lot? Yeah. All right. And in each year that I have done it, I've learned something new and I've gotten better at it. You know, the definition of insanity is to continue doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. The stove is hot. You gonna keep touching it? Whoa, I ain't touching that shit no more, man. Do something different. Figure this shit out, right? The hardest thing for people that are in a lease to do is to figure it out. The easiest thing to do is to quit. I'm prior service. I'm a veteran. The military didn't instill in us to quit. Okay, we don't quit till mission accomplished. You understand? So I use the same core values to all my soldiers. I use my core values in business. Honesty, integrity, and figuring out how to make it work, because I'm not good with accepting no as an answer. I'm just not. Like, I'm not good with accepting that. Whenever somebody tells me no, or you're going to fail, or you're supposed to fail in something, I tend to go harder. I don't like nothing that is, whore, I see you in there, whore. I don't like nothing that is easy. Anytime something comes easy to you, easy money, you ever notice how easy that shit lead to? Anybody ever notice that? Easy come, like the old saying goes, easy come, easy go. That shit true. That shit true. There's no substitute for hard work. Know it. There's no substitute for hard work. You want to be successful in something, you're going to put in the hard work. Don't expect anything to be handed to you or given to you. You can be mentored, you can be guided in the right direction, but don't expect anybody just to give you their blueprint. Because what is going to make you successful is not that somebody handed it to you on a platter, but the trial and errors that you're going to endure on your way to success. The hurdles that you're going to have to jump to get to success. The ups, the downs, the failures, the losses of money, the gains of money. Your struggle is what you will miss once you get to success, I promise you. The struggle, let me say this again, because I don't think it resonated with anybody's ears. Bishop, you in the building still? I'm about to get the preaching in here. Smith, you in here? See, the apocalypse is in here. You, Minister Jazz, are you still in here? Okay, I need y'all to, because I'm about to get. Jesus. Just shout out to the bishop, though, because I'm about to. Is he still in here? He might have left out. Because I'm about to get to preaching, bro. I felt the sermon about to come on, man. Let me get a vape, man, because it was about to come. That thing was about to get deep. I got a vape. Because I don't think y'all is in here and y'all are listening. I don't think y'all heard what I just said. No, I don't. I don't. Move this back. The bishop must not be here because he ain't said nothing. Say this again for y'all. Open your ears. The struggles are what you will miss once you have made it to success. If you haven't got to success, or you are not at success yet, if you are still having the struggles, don't worry, my friend. That is part of the course. That is part of your growth. That is part of what is going to make you. That is part of what is going to keep you driving. That is going to be part of what makes you enjoy where you at. The success, because you went through trial and error. You dealt with the ups and downs. You dealt with the naysayers. You dealt with the deceivingness. You dealt with the backstabbers. You dealt with the doubters. And you still came out of the smoke. So with all of these people that tell you that leasing is a scam, leasing is this, don't do a lease, those individuals couldn't stand in the fire. They couldn't stand in that fire. They were not willing to figure out how to make the proper adjustments to gain success. Because as soon as the struggles came, it was gone. They want to find the easy route out. Just give me the blueprint. I don't care about nothing else. I don't want to deal with the struggles. I just want the money. Well, here's the problem. You will never gain the proper amount of money that you are gaining, looking to seek, if you do not go through the struggles. You have got to sacrifice. You have got to give in order to get. That's the way this universe works. That's the way the universe works. How many owner-operators out there have blown the motor? Truck is burnt down to the ground. You felt like giving up. I just lost this, that, and the third. I got to put a new motor in here. This is $20,000. Yes, it is natural for you to feel like giving up. You know why? Because that is the easiest course to take. The hardest course to take is to pick yourself up off the ground and you get back up on that horse that just bucked you off. And once you get up on that horse, you control the horse. You will gain success, bro. You went through a struggle. But once again, once you reach success, the struggles is what you will miss because you will look back and say, I remember. Jesus, I remember when I was doing things the wrong way. I remember when I was struggling. I remember when I put my last bit of dollar or paycheck or money. I had to go borrow some money from my mom. I had to borrow some money from some friends in order to keep this dreamer alive. Because if nobody else believed, I believed. And I didn't need nobody else to believe. I needed to believe. I am my biggest critic. I am my biggest fan. There is none higher than that other than the Almighty Lord. And through the graces of God, the powers that he gives me, I will continue. As long as he gives me air to breathe, I will continue to pursue what he has put in me through this brain on what I want to do. That is why I am successful in leasing. Because I don't accept no for an answer. And as Brandon Hicks just said, I bet on myself. Amen. I hope that was motivational for somebody. I hope it touched somebody. When you are sitting there contemplating, watching these other videos of people just tearing down leasing and it has you in doubt because of what they're saying, step back, take a breath. Turn that shit off, okay? Because it ain't doing nothing but polluting your mind. Right? It's putting negative thought into what you are currently doing or trying to accomplish. Turn that shit off. Because if you want to hit success, you have to be around successful people. You have to listen to successful minded individuals that are doing what you are doing. You cannot listen to a person that has done what you have done, but they have failed in it and they are no longer doing the shit anymore. Because those are the people that tapped out. Okay? If this was a MMA fight, they tapped out. And are you going to be the success? You're going to overcome the doubt, the naysayers, the statistics that say that if you get into a lease or a lease purchase, that you are bound to fail. You know why that has happened? Because they have dealt with nothing but failures who have got into it. And that is what majority of this world is made of, is those that are quitters. They are quitters. They will quit because why? It is the easiest path to take. Fighting the struggle, taking on the struggle, is the hardest thing to do. And folks don't like to do and deal with things that are hard. Pause. Be a quarterback. Stick in that pocket. Football. Here we go with football. Y'all ready for my football analogy? A quarterback, right? He has his lineman in the front. They're supposed to create a pocket for him of protection, right? And he's supposed to trust that pocket and sit in the pocket and deliver the pass, okay? And And same note, if the pocket breaks down, as him being the quarterback, the leader, you're supposed to what? Create something. Okay? Create something. No different in leasing. Okay? If that pocket breaks down for you to where you're not being profitable or you're not understanding something, create something. Bust a move. Figure out where the breakdown was at. Key word, Gerard just said, distractions. Stay away from the distractions. If you are into leasing and you want to become successful in leasing, you are at the right channel. You are at the right individual who is going to inspire you. I am not here to be the captain, save them for leasing, but I am here to be the person that is willing to teach you how to be successful in something that so many people deem to be the scam of the industry, when I can tell you this right now. I've made the most money leasing a truck. If I was to show settlements from when I was at Prime training, even though I know they will sit here and, oh, you was a trainer, but I can show settlements that with doing what I was doing, leasing a truck, training at Prime, I would walk the dog on some of these owner operators who own their own trucks. Walk the dog on you on what I was making. And that was leasing. And that was training. I get it. Oh, you had a student, you had a trainer. I did what I needed to do to make the most money in the industry that I'm in. And if you're not willing to do that, you are not a hustler at all. Because let me tell you something. Hustlers, they sleep for a little bit and they back up on their grind. And a hustler is always trying to figure out how they can maximize dollar. Period. They ain't making no excuses. They ain't doing none of that shit. They ain't wasting time. They ain't doing none of it. They are maximizing their time. They are exchanging time for money. That'll work, Gerard. So you're going to call me. They are not hustlers. Sitting at home, showing videos of you being at home, glorifying that shit, is not a hustler mentality to me. It's not. I'm home every day and I can... That's what bothers me about some of these owner operators who say, I could park my truck up and not drive for a month, and while you as the lease driver, you'll have these truck payments. Who the fuck, first of all, why would you buy a truck to have it sit? That don't make sense at all. All right? You ain't no hustler, bruh. You ain't no hustler. Because a hustler buy a truck and he is getting to it. He getting to it. Period. He understands that he don't got a truck payment, so he gets to make more money. He getting to it. He ain't sitting here glorifying, sitting his ass at the fucking crib. You should be getting to it. Getting to your bag, your money. Not sitting here playing fucking tiddlywinks at the crib up under some snatch. That ain't no hustler, bruh. That shit is child's play. You running with the big boys. If I'm going to make a financial purchase, such as a truck, I'm out there getting to it, bruh. You want to know where I'm at? Getting to it. You want to getting to it. You want getting to it. Yo, where you getting to it? I ain't at home under no pussy. And they probably go, I just probably lost my whole monetization by saying that. But I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't chasing no snatch. I ain't sitting here trying to impress nobody by dropping videos all day, all night, Come on, man. Getting to it. That's where I'm at. Getting to it. I ain't buy this truck to say that, look at me, I'm at the crib. Getting to it. Y'all don't hear me though. A lot of drivers buy trucks nowadays is for a badge of honor so that they can brag and boast it around and put it in driver's face and be like, yeah, look, I'm sitting at home. You ain't no hustler, bro. Because you ain't getting to it. Remember to hashtag that shit. Getting to it, bruh. I respect anybody's grind that's getting to it, man. Getting to your bag, getting to your money. Staying focused. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't buy into the notion of glorifying that I own a truck and look at me. I'm sitting at the crib. Like, you sitting at the house. You know better than the lease operator that has a truck payment that's sitting at the house. End of the day, neither one of y'all is making money. Neither one of y'all are making money. How are you any better? Because you don't got a truck payment. You still ain't making no money. Bazzi, I'm not trying to offend anybody. Or Boozy, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm stating the obvious. Hustlers get to it. That's what they do. They get to it. They don't sit around. And it's not to offend anybody. It's just, like I said, you a hustler or are you a worker? You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, man. It's, once again, this video is not to offend anybody. And it's just, I don't know, man. I have a different mind frame. You know what I'm saying? I have a different mind frame. I felt at least in 3 times. I decided last year to go out and buy me a 2015 KW, and I'm getting to it. I don't have time to sit around and boast. Exactly, Boozy. I hope I'm saying your name right. I see it's Boozie. Hope I'm saying Boozy right? No offense taken, LOL. I'm in this to enjoy trucking and still make money. Yeah, like I said, don't nobody take offense to it, man. Like, for real, it's not. It's motivational. Take from it the motivation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a business owner, man. I run a fleet of trucks, man. I'm not here to go back and forth with nobody on you throw a shot, I throw a shot, you carry a bone, I carry a bone. I'm not doing that, man. Like, I'm putting this more so out there to motivate you to get to it, get to your money, stack your money, generational wealth. You know what I mean? And if you don't have children, then invest in some other stuff, man. Like, that's gonna make you more and more money. But get to it, man. Always keep your main hustle as your, if trucking is your main hustle, right? You can have multiple hustles, but if trucking is your main hustle, you always want to get to it on your main hustle because your main hustle feeds everything else. So it's no days off on your main hustle. It just ain't. It just is not. It's no days off. And trucking is in my main hustle. So remember that sports thing I was showing y'all, sports market? That's my main hustle. Like, I make a lot of bread off of that, more than I do in trucking. So that actually feeds trucking for me. So that's why I get to it. I'm serious about it because it helps feed my other hustles. Any questions y'all got, man? We've been on here rocking, almost 2 hours, man? Who really gonna watch this on the replay? They ain't even gonna make it to the end. They not gonna make it to this part of the video because it's too long, right? It should have been maybe 30-minute video, but whenever you're talking some good you can't get it all in 30 minutes. I'm sorry. It's great to be different, Lo. Yeah, Lo is not conventional. Loshawn is not a conventional individual. Never have been, never will be. I don't conform or confine to what the normal people do. Okay? I never have. You have the mind like George Washington, Carver of Lawrence Taylor. or Lawrence Taylor. That's what's up, man. Those are some good people to be. George Washington Carver was a genius, and Lawrence Taylor was a monster. If you're talking about a football player, right? No, go watch the video if he could do it over. It'll answer your questions. Yeah, I've done a video about that. My guy, I ain't even going to lie. I needed to hear this, man. I had 145 miles. I drive. I'm almost to the receiver now. I appreciate the content you put out. I've been following you since I was with Prime. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. I'm saying your name right, Boozy. just let me know, man, if you hit me with a yay or nay, man, because I hope I'm saying that right, because you've been commenting a lot. I've been reading your comments, and I hope I haven't been saying it incorrectly. Would you lease put this gate? Just asking. What is that? I don't know what that is. Thank you for your time, Sean, and for sharing knowledge. Always, never a problem. Leasing is for broke people. I drive this truck. The truck don't drive me. Get your money up and buy. Tex, I could buy. I'm gonna leave that alone, man. I could buy 6 trucks right now if I wanted to. It doesn't make business sense for what I do. It don't. So by you coming in and saying leasing is for broke people, no, you have a broke mind frame, is what it is. Sorry. Next. You say Orlando Magic and Phoenix Suns bet money line. Yes. Hicks, you were paying attention, man. You done stole me. Yes, tonight, you could wrap that in a 2-team parlay, man, with those money lines. I think they're like 345 and another one was at 340. I'm definitely going to wrap those two in a 2-team parlay. Also, I took a bet earlier today. I put like 3,400, something like that, on the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight, straight up money line. But that money line has actually gone up. I got it at 340. I think that money line is up to like 400 or something like that now. So I wrapped it up early, but yeah, definitely. Leasing is for broke people. It's a tool to bring in money. Correct. People don't understand leasing because they don't understand how to leverage. And that's what leasing is. It leverages. It gets you to the next level or whatever you're trying to do. And if you're leasing a truck and you're looking to buy a truck, you can utilize it for. It actually works in 2 ways for you. It's a 2-way learning tool for you. It teaches you how to run a business properly, because you still got to do your IRS stuff and all that other kind of stuff. And also it has you look at numbers and more seriously. And then on top of that, you stacking money to get to, if you're trying to buy a truck. So just a ridiculous comment, like, fool. You don't have anything to prove, Sean. These people don't have a clue. Keep being great. Always, baby. You already know that. That's what I turn this off, I still sleep fantastic at night, regardless of what people view or feel about me. I sleep fantastic, okay? Just drooling, sleeping like a baby, turn the fireplace on, relax, turn on Sports Center and chill. Like that's what my mind is about at night. Lease out. Oh, you asked me, should you lease out of the gate? My model has always been to probably do like a year of being a company driver and then make that transition when you're ready. And if you're going to go to a carrier or a company like a Prime or any of these companies that have training as an option, I wouldn't lease at those companies until you were ready to train, because that's where your money is going to be at. I'm telling you, hands down. It was nothing for me to bring $5,000 home, take home every week from training. Take home. Shay said, we charging for plays. I know, right? I should be charging plays. Like I said, in 30 days, I'm 123 and 30. So that's 75%, man. That's better than what the Vegas pros are. Would you lease out the gate? Okay, I answered that one. Bernard, Queen. Right, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Would you start a lease in the current market? Once again, you have to go back and watch the beginning of this video. If you're going to be leasing with like a company that, well, first of all, before you get into all this, you need to get down to the nitty gritty and find out what the deductions are in total. All right. And figure out what your deductions are outside of the truck, total, everything, fixed costs for the week. And that's really going to be able to draw the line for you. Mark needs a wrench. Which Mark? Mark who? Mark. Oh, okay, I got you. Got you, Mark, right now. Bam. There it is. All right, Mark, you got your wrench, dog. Mark is one of my other drivers, team driver. Matter of fact, Shay keeps telling me I gotta ask. Mark, do you mind if I talk about y'all? Like I always Shay, you gotta remind me, you gotta ask them if they don't mind first. You know what I'm saying? Like before you just do it. I'd be forgetting to do that. But so training and lease is the play. How do you trust new people to drive you? See, this is the thing. Yes, training and leasing, combination of those two together is the lick. Okay, this is how you trust a new driver, right? First, when you get them in there, take them out, have them do some back maneuvers in your truck, see how they maneuver with the truck with you in there. You know what I'm saying? Before you actually take them out on the road, and next, you're gonna want to have that conversation with that person before y'all hit the road. Say, listen, these are my expectations, okay? This is what I expect of you, and this is what I'm gonna give you back in return, okay? I don't expect anything more, I don't expect anything less, and you need to have that dialogue and make sure that you and that individual have that understanding before you go out on the road with this person. The moment, well, with me, I give you 1 time shame on me, 2 times shame on you. Okay. You break what we've discussed before we left the terminal, shame on me. All right, I'll give you another shot. Second time you do the same shit over again, it's shame on you. We're on the way back to the terminal. Okay? We're on the way back to the terminal because this is the thing. They have so many drivers that need for you to be trained. So don't ever feel like you have to be stuck and obligated with that person. If you and that person or that student on that truck is not clicking, do not keep trying to force, okay? Do not keep trying to force. It just ain't gonna work, bro, okay? There's hundreds of other trainers that maybe you click with, but apparently you're not understanding what I told you, and I'm a no BS type of guy. So we're on our way back to Springfield. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever terminal that you are, or whatever company you work for. We're on our way back. Okay? That's how I would handle my students on my truck. Like, as long as we follow those guidelines and rules, it's no problem. Smooth sailing. You know what I mean? And I don't mind, like, outside of the norm of getting out, helping them. And I always told my drivers, man, anytime you're in a situation where you're unsure about, and I'm asleep, don't hesitate to wake me up, okay? That's one of the rules. Don't hesitate. You will never be freaking yelled at about that or kicked off the truck about that. But you can get kicked off this truck that if you did some shitty shit and you know it and you didn't wake me up to assist you or to help you with it, once again, I give you the first time, shame on me. You do the same shit again, shame on you. We're going back to the terminal. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I always advise my students to always let me know if you are ever in doubt or unsure about anything. I am willing to help. And you just got to have that dialogue with them. And if you do that, I promise you it'll be smooth sailing. All right? And make sure that they understand about hygiene on your truck. If we take a shower every day, you know what I'm saying? And if we can't hit it for that day because we ran hard, well, we taking it the next day. There is no, I don't feel like taking a shot. Who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? We don't have the BO in this truck. You know what I'm saying? It's the max that we will miss is a day. But on the second day, we taking showers, okay? It's going to take 30 minutes for us to take one. You know what I'm saying? You go get your shower. I got my shower. We get back on the truck and keep it popping. But going days on days and I'm going to take a shower and you just going to sit in the truck and it's 4 or 5 days, 6 days and you ain't went and took a shower, that does not happen on my truck at all. You understand what I'm saying? We will stop and make time to take a shower regardless. So make sure that you let them know that too. Hey, can I pay off my truck or should I keep leasing new trucks? Some older trucks say I should keep leasing, so I won't have to worry about major breakdowns out of pocket. See, Raymond James, that is like that's not a question, or I can't give an answer for that, because that would depend on you. If you want to keep recycling trucks to keep the warranties, that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stay leasing, that's a thing that you have to be satisfied with doing. You know what I'm saying? I cannot advise like, yeah, keep reading up, keep reading. That's just a personal thing. Not a trucker as yet, but I was in transportation for a bit. In my opinion, I would have some money saved before I lease, because the costs are now your responsibility. And that's never a bad thing to do as well, Rika. I probably would actually advise with that. You know what I mean? Definitely have yourself some money. You don't need to have it, but it's you never go wrong by having some capital with yourself when you start a lease. Okay, because when you first start, it's gonna be a learning curve. So don't think that you're gonna jump out the gate and just be awesome. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna happen. It's a learning curve. So have yourself a little bit of that money there. I'm still running solo. Okay, Smitty, shameless plug. Oh, did Smitty do a shameless plug? Yep, so true. What'd he say? Nah, when I had to do 2 students in a truck, I had understanding, and one drove like a bat out of hell, fear for my life the whole time. I can't be trusting nobody I don't know. Well, I mean, everybody has their own, listen, and I see what you're saying, Red Duchess, you know what I'm saying? But to me, your life is on a timer, right? It just is. When it's time for you to expire or your clock has ran out, you cannot control death. It's the inevitable, right? As much as we as humans think that we can, or we can live a healthier lifestyle, we can do all this, and you could be doing everything right and be at the wrong place at the wrong time, right? It ain't you who crashed, but it was somebody, a drunk driver, who swerved into your truck, blew your tire out, made you flip over, and you passed away. Was you doing anything incorrectly? You was doing everything right. You was living life, you know what I'm saying? So you don't control your death clock, if you will. Okay, and some people may find that to be subjective. Like I said, I knew a lady that was a vegan, didn't smoke, didn't drink, ate all vegetables, fruits, water. She died of cancer. It's the inevitable, man. We cannot fear that this may happen. All right. Are we scared of death? Yeah, I'm scared of death. Do I understand it? I do. You know what I mean? I do understand it. But am I ready to go? I think that when that happens, I don't have control over that. I don't. Yeah, correct, Rico. We are all dying the moment we are born. Yep. I just got to get my courage up, I guess. It's not as bad, you know, like I said, you will have some students, and you got to realize too that they're students. They've never driven an 18-wheeler before, where you have their experience. So to you, it comes natural. To them, it's kind of a fear thing. You know what I mean? And they're driving this big truck, this big thing. It's not like a car. So you just have to have the patience. Let me tell you something. If you're going to be a trainer, you have to have patience, right? You have to have patience. But at the same time, you have to know when to say, this ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't going to work. I've been patient, and it just you're not comprehending what I'm telling you. So you have to have those happy medium between the two of those. So, yeah. But look, man, we've been on an hour and what is this? 123 minutes and 53 seconds. Like Shay just said, do your due diligence, man. Once again, this video is not to offend anybody. I hope don't nobody get offended. Anybody take response videos or shots or their opinion on it. Just know I don't respond, man. I just don't, man. And once again, I didn't do this to be disrespectful, but more so motivational, and to bring out the best in people. And that's what I try to do the most, is just to try to bring out the best in you that you may not even see. You know what I mean? Try to get those endorphins. Is that the right word? I heard that word, so I figured like that goes with it. But the endorphins, I think it's like the good energy, the good vibes to open up your mind and see, envision, and dream bigger. Because you control that, essentially. You know what I mean? You control that. Before I leave y'all too, I want y'all to understand, does anybody know what goals stands for? I created my own goals, you know what I'm saying? But I created what the acronym for goals is going to be, GOALS. Anybody know? And no, it ain't get out and look. I'm gonna leave y'all with something on y'all mind. I want to see how many of y'all gonna practice this. Goals. GOALS. Get out and look. I knew he was gonna say that. Goals. Now I'm about to change it up on you. Goals should stand for get out of average lifestyle. Okay? You create goals to get you out of average lifestyles. Let that resonate on y'all, man. Goals, baby. Get out of average lifestyle. Or excuse me, get out of a average lifestyle. I forgot the A. Get out of a average lifestyle. Don't live mediocre. Don't live like everybody else. Don't live like average. Be above average. Be above average. When you're above average, that's when the success starts leaking into. Be above average. That's all I got for y'all, man. Listen, y'all don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Like Beyonce as always. Winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners, and we winning right here. Truck with Loshawnparks. It'll probably be like another 2 weeks before I do another video. But I got a pre-recorded video that I'm going to put out hopefully on Friday. I said I was supposed to put it out last Monday, but hopefully on Friday. If you are new to this channel, please do hit the like button on your way out. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notifications. Motivational is what we're all about over here. 2020 visions, that's what we on. 2020 focus, man. Holla if you hear me, man. And also, we're taking, we got a waiting list for Parks Motor Group. If you guys are interested in joining, please do send a email to us, info@drive4pmg.com. info@drive4pmg.com. We'll put your name down on waiting list when we have trucks come open. You guys are some of the first ones that we call and we contact before we put an advertisement out. So there it is. My wife put it down there. Get in the inbox, email us, have us put your name on the list. And when we have a truck come open, we'll give you a call and see if you're still interested. If you're not, just go on down to the next name. So that's how we rock it. Oh, Lord. Loda made another one. Salute.